because I want to give you some time to talk about this purchase that you made.
Yes, Paul, I'm so excited about this. Like, I have been looking for one of these Mike Trout cards forever. Like, even before I was really like gung ho in investing. Like, when I just had a bunch of cards, I was like, man, I'd love to have a Mike Trout rookie card, just from like not even really knowing how much it was worth. And so I was chatting with a buddy the other day, and we actually just play fantasy together. We play fantasy baseball together, and we're on our Slack channels, and he's talking to me, and he goes, I had said something about how we were talking about a trade of a player, and I was like, yeah, I particularly like that player on your team. If you're going to throw in one, how those fantasy transactions go. And with all that, he was like, yeah, and he's really big on Miguel Vargas, which I also like Miguel Vargas, but he was like wanted him big time, and he was going to overpay for him. And I was like, okay, why? And he was like, I have like 25 Miguel Vargas autos, like Bowman Chrome autos. And I was like, wow, I didn't even know you collected cards. Like I do that for like a business, right? And he was like, no, I didn't. So then we got to talking about it. And he goes, dude, I found out that I have a Mike Trout rookie card that has been in a top loader in a box for the last 11 years that hasn't even seen sunlight. And I was like, what? And he showed it to me, and I was like, I will buy that from you right now. Right now. And he was like, I don't even know what it's worth. I was like, I'll give you $450 today if you get that in the mail. And he was like, dude, that's huge for my family. And I was like, I'm not kidding. I will Venmo you. And he was like, okay. And so he did that, and I was just like, I got one. And so typically the reason why I was so excited to particularly get this one from him is he sent me some pictures of it, and it is mint. And I have it next to me right now, actually. Here it is. I put it in a little one touch here. But, I mean, I saw some pictures of it, and it was absolutely mint. And when I got it in my hands, I was like, this is a perfect card. Edges and corners are incredible. And this was the card I was really looking for, because unlike the one on your screen right now, this is the Bowman rookie card of Mike Trout. But the red jersey one it has a lower pop, and it is his Bowman Chrome rookie card. And so, like, that specifically red jersey Bowman card was the one that I was really, really looking for. And as you can tell, there's a bazillion and a half Mike Trout cards that are valuable. So I ended up getting it at $450, which is a little bit of an overpay in terms of what it's like on the market right now. As you're looking at it, it's about 400, between 400 and 450. But I feel like Mike Trout is at his floor, considering the injuries from last year. I think he's a guy that's definitely going to have perennial value. Like, I mean, people are already talking about him being one of the best ever. I've always wanted this red jersey Bowman Chrome card because of the black borders and everything. It's like super unique, and I was able to get it at a good price to the guy I trusted, and I brought it home, and I'm sending it to PSA today. So.
Beautiful move. I mean, just a few comments on this. This card in particular is an example of, like, you can still grade with PSA and immediately make good returns, because you've got $450 into this card. You're probably going to put 50 or 60 more into it. And you've got PSA 10 selling right now for over 2,500. But to your point, I agree with you. This is at its floor, I believe. So, like, Mike Trout's in our top.
What's the chart look like?
While we look at the chart, I mean, Mike Trout. So the PSA 10's up a little bit over the last.
That's over the last 30 days.
The raw is down a little bit, not that much, but over the last 30 days. So it's about even over the last 30 days. But I think that that's probably a good sign, because I think to me, that's a sign of, I mean, we can all manipulate the data into whatever we want it to be, but to me, this is a sign of, okay, everyone's kind of realizing this guy's a GOAT, and he is coming back, and there's no reason why he can't have another amazing season. He's still young, and so he's like
and 3 games into the season, he's destroying the baseball. And so I'm like, yes, sir, Mike. Let's just get on the Mike train.
Let's go. Yeah, exactly. So we moved him up. I had like a oh shit moment where I was updating the investment report and I was like, oh, Mike Trout's back. He's got to be in our top 40 for sure. So he's back up
Absolutely.
in the top 40, and I think in the top 15 or 20 overall baseball players, which is saying something considering most of them are prospects. You know, to have like one of the greatest of all time back up in a buy now moment, you don't get that very often. So I think this was a great play by you. And anything else you want to add about like buying a GOAT card?
I would say so. The reason why I overpaid and why it took me so long to get one is because typically I have seen them on eBay, and the mint ones, the ones that you really would want to buy, people put them on there knowing that you're going to grade this and get 10x. And so they put them on there for $600-700 when the price of it's really around 450, or around 400 right now. And so what I would have been seeing is I'll see one for like 390 to 410, and it'll have a really bold print mark on it, or like one of the corners is dinged or something. And I'm like, I've been holding out knowing, okay, Kendall, you like this card, you want this specific card. This is for what it's worth. This was like a holy grail card for me. Like this is one like I now have to go figure out, okay, what's my next card I'm shooting for? Because this one was one of those for me. And so when I had looked at some of those auctions on eBay, they just get it on just by looking at it on terms of the eBay sales and stuff like that. It was not where I wanted it to be in terms of price. And so this one was specifically very unique situation where I was able to get in a little bit higher than floor price, but because of the situation where it was a buddy of mine and he doesn't necessarily collect and invest. And so for him, I think they were able to pay off their car with it. So it was like, it was a awesome move for him and in his mind. But for me, I'm like, it's an awesome move for me in my mind. So it's ended up being a win-win. And sometimes you don't always get to just rely on the perfect opportunities, but this one was one of those that just kind of fell into that.
Kendall, you were great as always. I'm super excited that we're building this community, and thanks to both of you for creating content with me, and thanks everybody for watching and listening to the Sports Card Strategy Show. We're going to have more of both of these guys coming up as part of the nooffseason.com content network. And just a quick reminder that check out the Sports Card Investment Report at nooffseason.com. You can save 20% at checkout if you use the promo code nooffseason. And special thanks to marketmoversapp.com by Sports Card Investor. You can actually get your first month for $1, only $1 by using the promo code nooffseason, all lowercase there. We're about to run out of time. Thanks everybody and have a great day.